Welcome to Ralph's house.
Yes. Good afternoon and welcome to Ralph's house. You see my friends in the fields there, even they think about me. Right, where were we? I'll tell you where we were. We were putting sockets in this room, that's what we were doing. I've traced these out now, 3 of them. These are all live and it's on a radial circuit. In other words, the cable comes up from the fuse box, comes under the floor, comes up here, goes down there, up, back, across, up to that one, up to that one, and then you'll notice the cable's still sitting on the reel. That's going to go out between the joists, round and into the next room, and will come up about there on the other side of the wall. And you're thinking, well, surely, Ralph, surely it would be quicker to go straight through the wall, wouldn't it? Yes, it would, except it's not going to be much use to me the other side, because I'm going to have a wardrobe there. And plus, I don't really like running cables through brickwork unless it's through conduit. So it's, I don't know, I'm just not keen on it. It's a, you know, under electrical regulations, it's a no-no unless it's in conduit. So rather than that, just crikey, I'm not short cable there. So I'll go around there and join into there. That's what I'll be doing tomorrow. Once that's gone off overnight, when I come in tomorrow, put the socket back on that, make sure the back's all flat. I might have to do a little bit more filling. That tends to be the way with these sockets, to get everything to sit flush. Otherwise, I've done a mist coat in this room, so it's not soaking up the paint so much. I've got a bit to do at the bottom of that wall, because that's filling an old socket, which I no longer need. I've got to do a mist coat there. I'm going to do all this before I go, and across the window, and anywhere else I can get in. This part of the room where the boiler is ultimately will be boxed in, so you won't actually see that. So I don't need to paint behind these pipes really. I know the OCD amongst you will want to paint every bit of it. I'm not going to bother, because I'm going to be fitting a board in the back. So, but if you want to get to it, you can pull the board away and get to your pipes. That's the idea, make that all tidy. Yes, and just paint all these bottom edges, make sure they're all painted. Start getting on the skirt and flatten that down, get some primer on it, and that'll be it out of this room. And I've also bought very cheap light, 12 quid, wall light, takes an ordinary screw LED bulb in it, similar bulb to that, and that'll go on the wall, because I've got a temporary ceiling rose up there. That was really just to test it. I can get that all fitted tomorrow, get the actual light on, and that is it in this room. Same with the ceiling pendant, that's going to stay temporary. I will actually screw it up, but that's going to be a temporary fitting, because I've got a plan for a better light in here. And that's where the old ceiling rose was, very close to the window. So I put this more centrally. Well, I'll go over it again, but basically I'm going to make a frame that screws to the ceiling onto the joist. So can you picture that, a frame? And then it'll have a panel across the front of it, and then round the outside it'll have LED tape, which will have a little board around it, so you can't look at directly. But my lad fancies that, because it means he can come in here, and this is why he wanted the room white, because with his LED tape he can change the colour of the room to whatever colour he likes. He can have it pink, peach, blue, green, whatever he fancies, which seems a good way to go, and it's going to be easy to touch up. If at a later date he decides he actually does want to paint it a colour, that's up to him, but that's the sort of plan we've got at the moment. And hopefully I'll hear from the carpet fitter today. If not, I'll have to ring him a little later. Yes, so that's it from Ralph's house. I'm now just going to, like I say, do this mist coat on these walls here, just so they can go off overnight. I've got to think about the ceiling tomorrow, get a mist coat on that as well. But basically I want to get everything tidied up now. I've got a bag of rubble and lots of stuff that just wants putting away and tidying up, otherwise, you know, you're tripping over yourself. So that's it. Like, you know, or dislike if you didn't like it, and leave a comment. Come on, leave a comment. People do, and some of them are very funny. So that's it. Speak to you tomorrow from Ralph's house. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.